B92.7 is KBMW Breckenridge Wahpeton. All the hits from 2KN today.
Welcome back to Kindred, home of the Essentia Health Legion Baseball Tournament. And for the first time in the history of the sport of baseball, a tournament is 1 hour ahead of schedule. So we're going off at 6 o'clock first pitch tonight instead of 7. And we'll give you the Farmers Union Oil of the Southern Valley starting lineup right now. Jacob Pearson, Stanley Belaski coming out for Kindred. Max Bernier, Trisher Johnson, Carson Getty, Jonah Larson, Teet Erdman. And now we'll get into the starting lineup for Kindred. In center field, Brady Bumgardner. In the 2-hole, it's left fielder Kylan Swenson. Graham Hess at catcher. Right fielder Jeremy Knight. Third baseman Tyler Gronwald. Your DH Dylan Stone. Sawyer Hess playing first base. On the bump, Kelby Erdman and Jack McDonald. So we kind of take it as it goes here as we are ahead of schedule. We'll get you the Wahpeton lineup when they come to the plate in this one. Wahpeton coming off a 1-0 win over Mandan, a complete game 3-hitter by Ryland Flack. And we're going to get ready for the national anthem. So we'll pause on B92.7. And when we come back, we got an East Region rivalry, Kindred and Post 20 on KBMW News Live YouTube.
How much do you really know about insurance? You have to have it, and your family should be covered at all times in case of an accident. What coverage is the best for you? That's where independent insurance agents Tyler Kent and Brad Rivard at Red River Agency Incorporated of Breckenridge can help. They provide all your insurance needs for home, auto, farm, life, commercial, MPCI, and crop hail. It's that easy. Give Tyler Kent or Brad Rivard a call at 643-1623. Red River Agency Incorporated, always by your side.
No matter what time of year, a farmer's relationship with Red River Grain never changes. Red River Grain works shoulder to shoulder with area farmers, providing grain and agronomy services to help maximize your farm's potential. Red River Grain has been serving farmers for years with competitive prices and high-quality service. Speak to Brad, Carson, or Tammy for all of your grain and agronomy needs. Red River Grain, East Breckenridge, 643-3738. That's 643-3738, or you can find them online at redrivergrain.com.
Make sure your vehicle is road trip ready and save big at Smith Motors in Wahpeton. Receive up to $40 in rebates on select brake rotors and brake pads. Up to $30 in rebates on select wipers. Up to $20 in rebates on select batteries. And up to $15 in rebates on engine and cabin air filters. Small town friendly, big town deals. Smith Motors, your certified Chevy and GMC dealership in Wahpeton. For more savings, visit them online at smithmotors.com.
Ever notice how every other ad seems to be an insurance company promising to save you money?
What is with these insurance companies?
Hi, this is Matt.
And this is Amanda.
And we're your local State Farm agents.
We're here to debunk all the insurance junk.
What do you really need to know?
What is a fair and competitive price?
Let us make sure you are getting the best bang for your insurance dollar.
And find out why State Farm has been around for over 100 years and remains number one today.
Welcome back to the B. It is day 2 of the Essentia Health Legion Baseball Tournament. Going down in Kindred, Wahpeton with a sorely needed win in Game 1. They have been on a skid, but a 1-0 shutout behind the arm of Ryland Flack. He struck out 9 batters, including the side in the 7th inning to hand Wahpeton the win. They will now face Kindred. And this has been a good rivalry the past couple of years. Kindred losing in the state championship 2 years in a row to Wahpeton, but Kindred has been mighty good this year, and they handed Wahpeton a sweep right here on this diamond on July 1st by scores of 12-7 and 10-0. Wahpeton turned around to beat Breckenridge in the 4th of July border battle 4-0 behind Aiden Hayek's no-hitter. And then Wahpeton went on to lose 4 consecutive games before the 1-0 victory today against Mandan. So they're hoping to get their first win of the summer against Kindred. First pitch coming up in just a couple minutes here. Wahpeton now 10-13 on the season, trying to get back to that 500 number ahead of the East Region tournament. And again, they're taking on Kindred here on Kindred's home turf. Traditional radio listeners on B92.7, you can watch this game. We're running 2 1080 HD cameras on KBMW News Live YouTube. Pre-game presented by Red River Grain, serving the local farmer since 1986. Also a sponsor of the upcoming Cowgirl Country documentary I'm producing at KBMW. We followed the Breckenridge girls basketball team to Wisconsin Dells, where they won 6 games. They just won 3 more at the breakdown tournament in Fergus. And they're headed to the Target Center on July 30th to play Thompson, North Dakota, home of the Timberwolves and the Lynx. And we're heading down there too, and then we will follow them to the Pace Setters Sweet 16, a prestigious tournament at the College of St. Benedict in St. Joseph, August 2nd and 3rd. So Red River Grain hopping on as a sponsor for that. And you can too. Just get a hold of me, 701-640-3145. But right now, it's time for baseballs. We are in the thick of the summer season. Kindred finds themselves in the middle of a highly competitive East Region bracket. Wahpeton at the bottom, trying to get just their second East Region win of the season tonight against Kindred. And we'll have a live box score here, courtesy Game Changer, so we'll keep the stats updated throughout the game for you. Leading off for Wahpeton, it'll be Trey King, his 3rd consecutive game in the leadoff spot. Carter Hockert moves up from 5th in the order to number 2 in this second game. So they'll go righty, lefty, righty, as Aiden Hayek will be in the 3 spot. Aiden Hayek was one of the heroes in game 1 today for Wahpeton, a double with 2 outs in the 6th inning. Kaysen Pincinalt drove him in with the game-winning RBI single, and it was Braxton Highcamp pinch running. So Trey King will dig in the righty batter's box and start off the action against Kindred. Wahpeton wearing the gray vests, navy blue undershirts, gray pants with a navy blue stripe down the side. And it's a bender. Pitch number 1, a 12-6 action, right over the heart, 0-1. Erdman on the mound for Kindred. The righty fires straight over the top. That one is popped behind second base. Shallow right field, no man's land, and a diving catch out there as Jeremy Knight makes the nice catch. And that looked like it was going to be a Texas League single, folks, but Knight got on his horse and made a little hip slide catch. Kindred's got 1 up, 1 down. Carter Hockert back near the top of the order here for this one, batting from the left side. He swings at the first pitch, right on it, but he fouls it back into the netting. Hockert, a lefty with a slightly closed batting stance, likes to crowd the plate. He's got great plate coverage with the stick, and he can poke it opposite field if they put it on the outer half. Erdman goes to the off speed, doesn't get break on it. It's 1-1. Ryland Flack, your Essentia Health player of the game in game 1. And the 1-1 looked like it may have been a changeup. Took a bit off it and got Hockert way out front. He falls it off his foot. Count is 1-2. Beautiful night for baseball in Kindred. Still a little bit of a smoky haze from the Canada wildfires. Slight breeze. Not much though, as Old Glory stands still in left center. And Hockert has a 1-2 count. Erdman into the windup. And Hockert swings through a fastball on the outer half. 2 quick outs on 6 pitches for Erdman. That'll bring up Aiden Hayek in a little bit of a mini slump. Saw his average drop from 571 at one point to 386 coming into today, and he broke out of that with a 2-bagger in the 6th inning. Hayek takes outside, 1-0. Hayek took his first loss of the season in game 1 of the tournament. Now 4-1 as a pitcher as he swings through a fastball up in the zone, 1-1. Not a lot of zip on these pitches for Erdman, but already seeing some swings and misses from the post-20 lineup. And Hayek saws that one off the handle. Fielded by the shortstop, fired over in time. 1-2-3 inning for Erdman and the Kindred Vikings. And Wahpeton will take to the field in the bottom of the first of a scoreless ball game on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. I'm Robert Wanick, second game of the day here on the B. Tell your friends we are 1 hour ahead of schedule. It's Kindred versus Wahpeton on KBMW News Live YouTube.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
My name is Christy Baumhart. I am proud to be a part of the school district with dedicated staff, including administration, teachers, paraprofessionals, cooks, and custodians who are kind, caring, compassionate, and committed to the students in our district. They support, respect, and help one another succeed. One thing I am really excited about is the technology available to our students as it enhances their learning experience in the classroom. Not only as an employee, but also as a parent, I know the benefits of having both my children in the Breckenridge School District. Breckenridge Pride. We inspire to excel.
Breckenridge Schools, Breckenridge pride, inspiring to excel.
Welcome back to Kindred. It'll be Carter Bob Hockert on the bump for Wahpeton Post 20, and Carter's had a good season so far despite struggling to find the win column. He is 1-4 through 5 starts, and he has a ERA of 3.31, and that's good enough to win your team some ball games. His whip, not bad either, 1.38. Strikeout to walk for Carter Hockert, 23 Ks, 13 walks, foul ball in the first pitch. Hockert giving up a .234 batting average, like I said, pretty decent numbers all around to go along with a 1-4 record. Bumgardner leading it off for Kindred, 0-1 count. And Hayek sails a fastball up and away, 1-1. Or Hayek, we'll get it right here. 1-1 count. Hockert paints the black on the outside corner, and he's ahead 1-2. Hockert, some good velo on the fastball. He does have strikeout stuff. His dad, Steve, the pitching coach for Post 20. And he's chase pitch outside. Can't get an offering, 2-2. And his brother, Caden Hockert, last season, 14-0 record combined spring and summer pitching record. Goes to that outside heater again, and the count is now full. Bumgarten trying to lead this thing off by getting on. And he'll strike out looking on the outer half. Freezes him with the fastball. And it looks like the home plate umpire is telling him that it caught part of the plate and wound up outside of the zone. Hockert with sometimes a 3/4 delivery. It can move side to side a bit on the fastball, clip that front edge, and that's a pitcher's pitch. Strikeout for the first out. Hockert again misses high, 1-0. Swenson at the plate, the knuckleballer. Just above the belt from Hockert, 2-0. Saw Swenson pitch some good games against Wahpeton last year, including the East Region title game, and he has a filthy knuckleball. It's fun to watch. As Hockert buries that one low and outside, 3 balls, no strikes. Back-to-back 3-ball counts for the Wahpeton righty. Knee high on the outer half, and that's where he's found it so far in this first inning. Good looking pitch, down and out, 3-1. 3-1 from Hockert, gets a swing and a miss from Swenson, and the count is full to the second straight hitter. Ball 4 at the letters from Hockert. So Kindred's got a 1-out base runner in the form of Kylan Swenson. The catcher, Hess, will step to the plate with 1 down, 1 on for Kindred. Wahpeton not swinging the bat well lately. No hit in the first game of the tournament, 9-3 loss to Watertown, and then a 1-0 win with just 3 hits against Mandan. So it'll be key for them to limit the damage early against Kindred. And Hess takes a heavy hack at that one, fouls it off Hendrickson's catcher's mask. 0-1. Kindred wearing the blue vests with the pinstripes and the non-matching white undershirts with stars. Not a huge fan of the contrasting designs, as they'll go for the pickoff at first, but King can't hang on. Last year it was all stars and stripes for Kindred, as they had the beer league softball style jerseys, and they made it all the way to the state championship, finished as runners-up. 0-1 to Hess. Beautiful bender, gets in the zone, and a snap throw back to first base, nearly caroms into right field, but King has the height over there to reel it in. 0-2 count, strikeout territory here for Bob Hockert. Strike three looking, throw down to second is in time, but Jones can't glove it. Throw led Jones down the line on the second base side, and he was trying to reach back and make the tag while he was catching it, and the ball pops loose. So a stolen base for Kindred, 2 outs. Back-to-back backward Ks for Bob Hockert. That brings up Knight, who had the nice catch in right field in the first inning, and he'll spray that one foul midway down the left field line. Knight batting from the left side, standing right in the middle of the batter's box. Hockert taking a couple weeks here to get the sign. He does come set. Slide step home. That one hit to the opposite field as well, trailing foul, nearly in the same spot. So after a couple 3-ball counts, Hockert comes back with 0-2 counts to consecutive hitters. And when Wahpeton starts well, they usually finish well. First couple frames will be key here for Post 20 with a 10-13 record on the season. 0-2, and that would most likely have been strike 3, but Hendrickson can't hang on, and it's tough to get the call when the catcher doesn't glove it. Kind of see him give a head nod to the ump there, and I'm sure that's what he told him. Count is 1-2. Just a bit outside from Hockert, and it's 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. A couple tough breaks here for Carter Hockert. Now he's got to bite down, find the zone. And Hockert sails that one outside. Count is full, third full count of the first inning for Carter Hockert. As Hockert up to 20 pitches in the opening frame. Fouled straight back into the netting. Knight looking to pull that high fastball, just misses. Payoff pitch coming, 2 outs. Hockert versus Knight. And Hockert can't bring it down. Ball 4. Runners on first and second, forces everywhere. As we take a look at the Twins box score from earlier today. Minnesota whooping up on the lowly Pittsburgh Pirates 12-4 after beating Paul Skeens last night. Joe Ryan outdueling Paul Skeens last night. 12-4 today, and a big day for Byron Buxton. 5 for 5. As that one is drilled to left field, but it is right on the left fielder for Wahpeton, Matt Peterson. So a hard hit ball ends the inning, line drive out to left, and we're scoreless through 1. Once again, the Twins 12-4 today over the Pirates. Byron Buxton 5 for 5. He hits for the cycle, folks, and he's headed to the All-Star game. 3 runs scored, 2 RBIs, 1 bomb, a single, a double, a triple for Buck. We'll be back with the second inning scoreless in Kindred as Wahpeton is taking on the Vikings in East Region play at the Essentia Health Legion Baseball Tournament.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Your daughter has the flu. Your son breaks his arm. You need quality medical care you can count on. CHI St. Francis Primary Care Walk-In Clinic. Quality family care. Go to the Primary Care Walk-In Clinic at CHI St. Francis, where there is no appointment necessary. Hours are Monday through Friday, 8 to 7:30 and 9 to 5 on the weekend. Quality care close to home. You get the finest care for home injuries, common illnesses, and emergency service. Virtual visit available. Call 643-0747. We treat you like family. You're one of our own.
Second inning underway here in Kindred as the hometown Vikings go down scoreless in the first. A line out to left with 2 runners on. And Kason Pincinel will start it off for Wahpeton. He takes a low strike on the outer half, 0-1. Getting back to the Twins, Byron Buxton now with a 921 OPS, second among all American League outfielders behind Aaron Judge. 0-2 to Pincinel, another low heater. Great location. Pincinel just trying to extend the AB. And he'll take strike 3 looking as that outside corner has been mighty wide early on, and it's also been very consistent. So both teams are going to have to make sure they cover the plate on the outside corner, maybe scooch in a little bit because it's there for both pitchers. That brings up Braden Steffens, a guy who does crowd the plate and sits way back in the box. Steffens takes one right down Broadway, knee high, 0-1. And Erdman, he's got it going on early here for Kindred. He stares over the top of his glove, shakes off a sign into the windup. Bell tie leg kick with a little flare, and he gets a foul tip. He's got the knee high, the knee leg kick belt high, and then he kind of kicks the toe out, and that can really throw off the cadence of the batter. Umpire will walk the ball out, make sure the catcher's all right after that fall tip. And the count is 0-2 to Steffens, and he's got to make sure he protects that outer half. Steffens choking up on the bat here, very still stance. He chops that one to third. Belt high hop, throw is low, and it gets away from the first baseman, but it's going to hit Steffens, so he'll have to stay at first. And that'll be an E5 on Kindred. Looked like the third baseman thought that one might come up chest high. It stayed a little bit lower, and he had to stab at it. Threw off the rhythm a little bit and rushed the throw. Wahpeton has a 1-out base runner. That brings up Eli Kappas. Steffens goes 11 for 11 this year on steals. Throw is there, but Steffens is in as he slides to the outside of the bag. Feet first and avoids the tag, and he's a dozen for a dozen on thefts this season. Wahpeton has a man in scoring position with 1 down. Eli Kappas, the DH, at the dish. Kappas chops that one over to short. That will advance the runner. Throws on the way to first. It's low and it gets away. Kappas is going to motor into second. Steffens is going to come around to score. Back-to-back errors by Kindred. And Wahpeton has an early 1-0 lead on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. That's the game of baseball. Good things happen when you put the ball in play. Steffens with the speed, able to steal second and get all the way home on the throwing error at shortstop. That'll bring up Ryland Flack, and I don't know what they're going to talk about here. Umpires are going to get together. If anything, they were maybe arguing interference on Kappas. I thought maybe on the first baseman because it was Kappas who took a turn and ran right into the first baseman. But generally, you're not going to get a call on that because the throw took the first baseman into Kappas, but certainly not interference on the runner. And Kappas is going to be safe at second. So Ryland Flack, fresh off his complete game victory on the mound. He also doubled in that 1-0 win over Mandan. He's got a runner in scoring position. And Erdman paints that outer black again. 2 errors from Kindred. Erdman yet to give up an earned run, but he's down 1-0 on the scoreboard. Flack, big long swing on that one as he fouls it back onto the football field. Top of the second, one down, one on for Rylan Flack, the righty. Erdman comes set in the stretch, takes a look at Kappas, takes another. He'll fire home. Curveball misses, and Flack started the swing, but he brought the barrel back. A good check by Rylan Flack, 1-2. Erdman up to 20 pitches now. And that one down and out. Count is even at 2-2. So Flack putting together a nice AB here. Not going down without a fight. Erdman comes set once again. Glove rests at the chest. He'll fire straight over the top and bury it on the plate. The count is full. Very traditional catapult style delivery from Erdman. He'll come right over the top of his shoulder. Full count. Room for Flack on first, and that's where he'll head as the curveball does not curve. And it's a walk. And Ryan Braun will take his turn. After not batting in the first game, Braun draws the start, and he's the man who caught the ball in left field in the first inning, not Matt Peterson, folks. So 1 out, 2 on for Braun. He'll take a belt high fastball, 0-1. Teams having played 3 games in this tournament, you don't know what they have left for pitching, so Wahpeton doing a nice job here extending the pitch count of Erdman. He's at 25 as he gets a swing and a miss. And Wahpeton has their number 2 man in the rotation on the mound in this one, Carter Hockert, so they're in a good spot if they can get him a little run support. But Erdman jumps ahead 0-2 on Braun. And that one's going to get away from the catcher. And we'll check the official scoring here, but that looks like a pass ball to me. Just a bit outside, and he went for the backhand instead of the block. It skips away. And that's going to go in the books as a wild pitch, actually, on Erdman. So the count is 1-2 to Ryan Braun. Runners on second and third now after the wild pitch. And Braun's going to dink this one out to right field, right on the line. It's fair. Runners coming home, throws coming home. It's up the line. And we're going to get 2 runners off the base here. And they're both going to get back. Wow, I had to pause there. A lot going on. And Kindred just couldn't make a decision on that one. As Ryan Braun thought he was going to have a bloop double on the right field line, but Flack stayed at second because he wasn't sure if it was going to be caught by the right fielder, so he only went halfway on initial contact. But Braun gets back to first. Flack stays put at second. And it's 2-0. Wahpeton post 20. In a season where not a lot has went right for Wahpeton, they are catching some breaks from the baseball gods tonight in Kindred. Erdman doing a fine job getting weak contact, nearly throws the pickoff into the outfield as the second baseman never broke to the bag. So 2 errors, 1 hit, 2 runs for Wahpeton. We're going to get a Minn Kota Egg Products mound visit here as Kindred wants to talk it over. Minn Kota, your number 1 agriculture supply and marketing company. Erdman 1 1/3 so far. He's got 2 Ks, 1 walk and 1 hit, but those 2 errors looming large. And then a bloop Texas leaguer that landed right on the chalk behind first base in front of the right fielder by Ryan Braun. So Braun comes in after not batting the first game, and he's 1 for 1 in the nightcap here. Stolen base so far from Swenson for Kindred. Stolen base for Steffens from post 20. And Wahpeton's got 1 out with 2 on. Braun on first, Flack on second. And at the plate, Aiden Hendrickson, a kid who does not bat very much. He's usually just asked to focus on his game calling and defensive duties behind the plate, but he's getting an opportunity to swing the bat. Following up Ryan Braun here, an RBI opportunity. We'll be back in 30 seconds on B92.7 after this Minn Kota mound visit.
What can you do in 30 seconds? Warm up your coffee, tie your shoes, Google, should I get screened for lung cancer? Then actually get screened for lung cancer. If you're a current or former smoker, talk with an Essentia health provider about your eligibility for a low-dose CT screening because early-stage lung cancer often has no signs or symptoms. Screening can mean an increased chance of successful treatment. Learn more at essentiahealth.org.
Aiden Hendrickson at the plate. Essentia Health Legion tournament. 2 runners on for Wahpeton. A 2-0 lead, and Hendrickson swings at the pitch. Fouls it over the Kindred dugout. And the count will be 1-1. Wahpeton looking to avoid the double play here with Braun on first and Flack on second base. A big break when Braun hit a bloop single to right and almost ran Flack off, but Kindred never let go of the baseball. They didn't throw it to either bag. 1-1 count here to Hendrickson. He'll square around to bunt. He'll get it down. It's going to go right back to the mound, but it'll do the job as Hendrickson is gunned down at first, but it's a sacrifice, and Wahpeton has a runner 90 feet away and a runner on second. And they're back at the top of the order with hard-hitting Trey King, who led off with a double yesterday. Seeing if he can recapture that magic for Wahpeton. Golden opportunity here against one of the better teams in the East region. Erdman looking for his defense to help him out a little bit. That one is off the handle, right up the middle. Easy play for the second baseman, throws out King in plenty of time. Wahpeton puts 2 on the board, 2 errors, a bloop single by Ryan Braun as he makes the most of his moment after not hitting in game 1, and Wahpeton carries a 2-0 lead into the bottom of the second on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard.
Working the land is by nature a dirty job. What fuels me to get it done? The generations of farmers who've worked the soil before me. What fuels my equipment? Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, a premium diesel fuel with an additive package that's 40% more effective at breaking down engine deposits. The cleanest fuel yet for the dirtiest of jobs. Cenex Ruby Fieldmaster, fueled by innovation, powered to perform.
Contact Farmers Union Oil Southern Valley for more information on Cenex Premium Diesel. Diesel that doesn't mess around.
Big jobs, small jobs, and everything in between. Heitkamp Construction has served commercial and industrial clients in the Southern Valley and beyond since 1982. They are your fully licensed construction company, providing earthwork, paving, structural steel, and more.
Need a new concrete parking lot or roofing?
How about a new metal building for your farm or business? Call Heitkamp Construction in Wahpeton today at 642-5948 for superior construction service you can trust. Call 642-5948.
Carter Hockert back on the mound for Wahpeton Post 20 as his teammates have given him a 2-0 lead, and that's exactly what the starting pitcher needs. A little bit of cushion. You can grip it a little tighter, snap it a little harder, and just let your pitches go. Know you have a little bit of a wiggle room thanks to your batting order. First pitch of the inning, just a bit low from Hockert at the ankles, 1-0. Stone at the plate, the designated hitter for Kindred. His walk-up song, I Look Good Today by OT Genesis. Also the former walk-up song of Hunter Womry of NDSCS and Wahpeton Post 20. 2-0 to Stone. He'll fall that one into the netting, 2-1. Hockert, towing the first base side of the rubber, steps into the windup. Bell tie leg kick, traditional delivery, mighty good-looking pitch, missed somewhere. 3-1, looked like it was fairly middle for most of the flight. Just comes in off the plate. 3-1 hit hard up the middle, fielded at shortstop by Hayek. Strong throw across the diamond. That kid's got a cannon, 1 down. That's going to be a close play for most shortstops ranging to the forehand side and having to get set, but not for Hayek as he just lets that thing fly. That brings up Sawyer Hess as Wahpeton is settled into a rhythm here against Kindred. 28 pitches for Carter Hockert, 1 down in the second inning. Foul ball, and he gets ahead again. Hess, Erdman, McDonald, 7, 8, 9 due up. McDonald not really a traditional 9 hitter, more of an extension of the leadoff spot, and that was a beautiful curveball. as Hockert works that one in on the batter, and it makes its way to the plate, 0-2. Hockert goes with the chase pitch, leaves it off the plate. Can't get the batter to bite. And Hockert strikes out Hess with the high cheddar, pumps it up a couple, and we got 2 down here in the second inning. Kelby Erdman looking to help his own cause. He's been good on the mound today. Those errors a little bit misleading on the scoreboard. And the big righty steps in. Elbows hanging over the inside corner of the plate. So Hockert hangs a fastball on the outside, 0-1. Hockert, so far through 1 2/3, pretty good. He's looking into the dugout at Ryland Flack saying, anything you can do, I can do better, trying to follow up that complete game 3 hitter. So far, he's had his spots. Hendrickson thought that was strike 3, but we're sitting right behind the plate, and he was set up about 6 inches outside. So, right idea, but it was a ball, 1-2. And that's strike 3. Good change of location. Go outside with the fastball and then go inside and run it on the hands, swing and a miss. And Hockert ratchets up back-to-back Ks. Wahpeton heads to the top of the 3rd, looking to build on their lead, B92.7 FM. We'll get the video back up and running here, too, on the YouTube stream in a second, folks. We'll be back in 60 seconds. KBMW News Live. All right, we should be back on the YouTube. It glitched out for a second there, folks, but looks like we're back live again. Carter Hockert strikes out 2 batters to end the inning. Jams the last man he faces on the right side of the plate, and Wahpeton has a 2-0 lead as they'll come out and face Erdman again, and it'll be Hockert leading it off in the 2-hole. We'll keep an eye on the stream here, try to make sure it stays up and running for you. Flawless first game, and good thing because it was 1-0 Wahpeton, a pitcher's battle in that first game as Cole Gobb did a fantastic job giving up just that 1 run, and of course a shutout from your Essentia Health player of the game, Ryland Flack. And Carter Hockert will look to join the hit parade for Wahpeton. Pretty small parade so far as they only have 1 hit. They benefited from 2 errors, however. Turned it into 2 runs thanks to Braden Steffen stealing a base and Ryan Braun sticking the bat head out and singling to right field. Hockert will face Erdman from the left side. He'll swing at the first pitch and foul it off his foot in the box. Top of the 3rd here as we get the scoreboard updated on KBMW News Live YouTube. Thanks to everybody tuning in. We pretty much mitigated the audio static issue we've been having, so it's been a fun day back in business as that one sails outside 1-1. First time Wahpeton's held a lead on Kindred this year, 0-2 after being swept here in Kindred on the 1st. And that one hits Hockert. An off-speed pitch, probably coming in at about 55, 60 miles an hour. So Hockert says, I'll just take that one on the elbow and take my base. And Wahpeton taking advantage of some free passes here in the form of errors and now an HBP. That brings up Aiden Hayek. So we'll get you Hayek's updated numbers here after the first game of the tournament today. Trying to run the cameras, the video computer, the audio, call the game, and get you stats. So just bear with me here. First pitch just misses outside, 1-0. Hayek on the season batting .383. OPS still over 1,000. 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a homer. So the kid can mash if you leave it over the plate. Hockert on first, a threat to steal. He'll stay put. Hayek squares to bunt. That one skips off the turf. And now we got a hitter's count to the 3-man. Don't be surprised if you see a hit and run here as Erdman is going to be hard-pressed to stay out of the zone with a 2-0 count. And Hayek's going to be looking dead red fastball. Hayek swings at the inside pitch, sails it to left field. It's going to hang in the air, however, and a nice ranging catch on the line for out number 1. And that one looked like it had more on it, but he got underneath it. Lifted it out to left field. Catch made for the out. Kason Pincinel will come to the plate, the hero in game 1 with the game-winning single in the bottom of the 6th. That last catch made in left field by Kylan Swenson. 1 down, Hockert on first. Pincinel checks his swing, but it's a strike anyway, 0-1. Pincinel having a fine season for Wahpeton, hitting right around 280. 23 combined runs and RBIs for Kaysen. And the 0-1 gets hit hard to third. Candy Hop, however, and they'll go to second, and they'll turn the double play. How about that? So quick, I didn't even have time to switch camera angles. Third baseman knocks it down. Gronwald knocks it down, throws it over to the second baseman, who is not in the batting order, but he throws it from his knees to first base for the out. And that 5-4-3 double play closes the books on Wahpeton's inning, and we'll head to the bottom of the third, 2-0 post 20 on B92.7 FM.
So what's in a name? Well, plenty when it comes to decisions about assisted living.
When it was time for Mom to make that move, we looked at a ton of options.
Everywhere we looked, there was something cold and impersonal. Then we found Twin Town Villa.
What we found at Twin Town Villa was completely different. They gently nurture their residents' identities, they help them hold their dignity, and they do it all with loving respect.
Twin Town Villa is a building filled with people, not numbers.
Twin Town Villa, building respect and dignity, one resident at a time.
OSPTI promotes specialized and extended training of therapists to better treat orthopedic injuries. OSPTI offers pool therapy to promote early return to activity and sport training, and also can enhance and challenge return to sport conditions. OSPTI promotes wellness progression with aftercare programs and programs open to the public, such as return to sport training, athletic enhancement, adult fitness classes, gym and pool memberships, and aquatic exercise classes for a patient to continue their wellness journey. Start your wellness journey by calling OSPTI today, 218-641-7725.
All right, folks, a fine 5-4-3 double play to end the inning for Wahpeton brings Kindred to the plate. Foul ball here by McDonald, and we'll get you the name of the second baseman once we track it down. He is not batting in the order, but he just turned a double play from 2 knees at second base, so it was a fantastic way to wrap up the inning. And it might be Andy Traum, number 10. So we'll keep an eye for his number when they come back out to the field. But it was as good of a play as you'll see at the Keystone as Hockert fires it over the belt. 1-1 count to McDonald. And like I said, McDonald, a pretty good hitter. Sometimes in the 9-hole, you just put one of your best hitters, and it gives you 2 leadoff guys. He's got a 1-1 count here against Hockert. And McDonald reaches for that fastball, and it's 1-2. So after a couple errors last inning, gives up a couple runs. Kindred with a double play to get out of danger. Hockert with a 1-2 count here. Nice looking bender, and that even mixed up the catcher a little bit. I'm not sure that was too far off the inner half, but Hendrickson kind of in an awkward position as it skips off his chest protector. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As Hockert looking for the punch out here, McDonald trying to get on for the top of the order. He'll sky that one way up in the jet stream. Hayek underneath it at shortstop. It's in his glove for the first out. Bottom of the third, 1 down as we flip the lineup card around. Brady Baumgarten, number 1, playing center field, struck out his first time up. Trying to get the party started for Kindred. They are still hitless. Inside out swing, and that's foul. Baumgarten using the white Marucci. That is his weapon of choice in the box. Crowding the plate. Slight bat wag from the righty. Inside out swing again, as he just can't square it up. I always thought that was kind of a funny term, squaring up the baseball. Not sure how you square something up with a round bat and a round ball. But Kindred's trying to do that here and get in the hit column. Chase pitch from Hockert, well off the plate. It sounds like Wahpeton kind of wants some of those pitches, but when your catcher's setting up 6 inches outside, it's not something you're going to get. 1-2, they go to the same spot. It's off the plate again. Two count. Hockert trying not to lose the batter here. Ground ball to shortstop. Sliding backhand Hayek. Strong throw across the diamond. One hop knocked down by King. And that's going to be an infield single. Excellent play by Aiden Hayek in the 5.5 hole. And the only play he had was to throw that thing, pick a landing spot, and hop it to King. But it is beat out by Baumgarten. So Kindred breaks up the no-hitter early on here in the 3rd inning. And they have a 1-out base runner. And that will bring up Kylan Swenson, the left fielder. And Swenson takes a sweeper with about 40 inches of break that lands in the other batter's box. 1-0. Hawker takes a look at first over his shoulder out of the stretch. Slide step. And that one jams him. Giving chase is Trey King out of camera view. And he drops it. Or did they call it an out? He dropped that baseball, and I believe the umpiring crew called it an out. So this is going to be very interesting. On things that aren't reviewable in Legion Baseball, they're going to say he was transferring it with the runner on first base. And the runner is indeed out. So King, in his hurry to make sure that the runner didn't tag on the foul ball, they will call the runner out, and I'm not sure what Chris Kappas has a conversation about, but they'll tell him the same thing, that it was on the transfer. So King has done a good job covering ground today in foul territory. He gets over to that ball. We got 1 down, 1 on. Big lead at first base. Runner stays put, pitch is outside. And we'll give you the closer camera angle here, folks, so you can see it pretty well, but Wahpeton just setting up off the plate there. Another jam job, and it is popped over to first base. King's underneath it. He gets the 2nd out of the inning. So Hawker riding these fastballs in on the hands, able to get some weak contact on the infield grass. Wahpeton has 2 outs with a man on first. That'll bring up Hess. Again, pretty big lead at first base. We'll see if the runner goes with 2 down, and they'll check him. He's back in plenty of time. He's got a couple more if he wants. Baumgarten at first base, the leadoff man. You'd figure he has some speed. And that one is down and out, 1-0. Hockert up to 52 pitches already in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Jams the batter again. We've seen that 3 times this inning. That one has just flipped foul down the right field line. Wahpeton pitching coach Steve Hockert will toss out a fresh ball to his son, Carter Bob Hockert, on the bump. The name they gave him was Carter. The name he goes by is Bob. (1-1). Carter Hockert facing Hess. Baumgarten on first base with a big lead. Dives back head first, that time a little bit closer. As Hockert, he works quickly out of the stretch. He comes closed. Very quick look to first base. Very quick slide step to home. Tough guy to steal off. Slider that hung in the zone a little bit, but it just tailed away from Hess enough that it went off the end cap. Foul, 1-2. Big 2-strike pitch coming here from Hockert. A chance to get out of the inning scoreless. And that one a little bit closer to the plate than a few of the others I've remarked on, but it is off and the count is 2-2. We saw that outside corner pretty generous early on. It has disappeared and it has now come back. And that one caught the outside corner with Hendrickson set up on the inside. It looked a little bit awkward because he had to reach over, but it comes across the outer black, and Hockert dials up a strikeout. 3 straight scoreless frames from the Wahpeton righty, and Post 20 has a 2-0 lead heading into the top of the 4th on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. You're listening to the Essentia Health American Legion Baseball Tournament from Kindred. Wahpeton trying to make it a 2-0 day.
Buying a new home is an exciting experience, but it can be a stressful one too. Miller Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelly, Jared, Lisa, Melissa, and Stephanie. They've put in the years helping people buy and sell their homes, and they understand this market. Miller Realty is a trusted legacy business in the Twin Towns. Put their knowledge and experience to work for you. Miller Realty in Breckenridge, a lasting tradition of experience, knowledge, integrity, and trust. Find them online at GuyMillerRealty.com.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
All right, we're back on B92.7, and it doesn't take much to get me confused, but that's what happened last inning once again. That batter was actually sent back to the plate on Trey King's would-be catch in foul territory, as they did not rule it a transfer apparently. So King able to come back the next batter and catch a pop fly in fair territory, and Hockert able to strike out the next man for the 3rd out of the inning, and Wahpeton leads 2-0 on your CFI scoreboard. Top of the 4th, Braden Steffens, the All-State wide receiver at the plate for Wahpeton. 12 for 12 on stolen bases this year. All he's got to do is get on. Takes that one at the letters, 1-0. Steffens digs into the very back of the batter's box, giving himself some time to pick up the pitch. That one skips off the plate. 2 balls, no strikes to Braden Steffens. Steffens is going to step out here and take some signs from Coach Chris Kappas. And the 2-0 on the way from Erdman. That one once again at the letters. 3 straight balls from the righty Erdman. Wahpeton in prime position here, leading 2-0 with Carter Hockert on the mound and his 3.3 ERA. 3-0 pitch, inner half for a strike as Erdman finds it, and he'll look to work his way all the way back against the righty Steffens. 3-1, Steffens can be looking for 1 pitch and 1 pitch only, and he doesn't get it as that one sweeps off the plate. 5-pitch walk from Erdman. Steffens trots down the 90 feet to meet Coach Steve Hockert, and Eli Kappas comes to the plate. Eli Kappas in need of a hit here. He has been slumping this tournament, came in with a 296 average on the season. Through 3 tournament games, he's seen that average drop 40 points to 255. Eli squares around a bunt, pops it up. Third baseman dives for it, and it's going to get foul. So Kappas lives to see another pitch, and his father and head coach Chris not too happy, signaling that pitch was at your sunglasses. But Kappas tries to lay it down, and we'll see what they do here. Steffens, a lot of speed. They might try a straight steal. Hit and run is also in play. Kappas typically swings a good bat. Steffens stays put. Kappas squares to bunt. It's a good one. Back to the mound. Erdman fields it, throws to first, and Eli Kappas with the sacrifice, and that's Post 20's brand of baseball that has won them 3 state championships in 4 seasons. Small ball. So the designated hitter lays down a bunt. Steffens to second, 1 down. Rylan Flack, coming off a game where he smacked a double, has a chance to drive one in here. And that one goes right over Flack's shoulder blades, and luckily he got the barrel of the bat down a split second before it would have been a foul ball. So it's 1-0 after Erdman throws behind the batter. Erdman takes a look at second, delivers home. Flack jumps on it, shallow right field, measured up nicely, and hauled in for the 2nd out of the inning. And Knight hauls that one in. And the ball's been hanging up in the air today, kind of riding that Canadian haze. We haven't seen a whole lot of things carry. The only one that really held up and got out and had some lift on it was a double by Hayek last game. Ball is down. Kaysen Pincenald at the plate. Wahpeton really toying with the batting order. Again, trying to figure out what works. And this is not Pincenald, this is Ryan Braun. So Braun 1 for 1. Fresh face in the lineup today. And he takes that one high. He's got a 2-0 count. Braun's got some speed too, so if you can get him on with 2 outs, you'll have him following Steffens, and something in the gap could manufacture 2 runs with 1 swing. He'll take a pitch on the most outer half of the plate for a strike and figure he might get something better to hit. That's a tough pitch there. 2-1. For you folks just tuning in, if you missed it over on AM 1450, Byron Buxton, 5 for 5. He hit for the cycle today. 2-1, Braun hits it to third. Steffens will have to retreat to first. Throw across the diamond, and that will end the inning. So Wahpeton goes down scoreless. 2 runs in the second inning, and that's all we have on the scoreboard as Post 20 holds a narrow lead over Kindred Post 117. Let's head to the bottom of the 4th on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube. So we just got word from some helpful Kindred fans here. The kid who turned the tremendous double play at second base was Andy Traum. A nice little stab at third base, relay over to second, took him down to 2 knees, and he was able to throw it all the way to first base from his knees to end the inning and get them out of there with 2 runs allowed instead of 4. So Andy Traum so far with the play of the game, the web gem at second base. We'll be back in 30 seconds on B92.7 and KBMW News Live YouTube.
Getting the kids to practice on time. Remembering if it's your day to bring snacks. Making it to the game with a clean jersey. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with auto owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto owners works with independent agents who answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like whether your kid is going to run toward first or third base. That's simple human sense.
That's Carlson Family Insurance in Wahpeton, representing auto owners insurance. Visit Carlson Family Insurance Agency in Wahpeton today. Call 672-6002 or on the web at www.cfiagency.com.
Back at it, bottom 4, 2-0 Wahpeton on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. Knight will lead off the inning for Kindred as they're looking to get back in this one, and Carter Hockert misses inner half, 1-0. That one brushed Knight back a bit. We'll see if that allows Hockert to expand to the outside, and he does go outside. Gets a foul ball off the end cap, and that's pitching there, folks. Sometimes it's better to be around the zone than it is in the zone as he changes location and catches Knight off guard. It's 1-1. Knight, the lefty. Another outside pitch, a little tapper to Hockert. He'll scoop it up in his belly and throw it over to first base. 1 down as Hockert gets through that at-bat. Just 3 pitches, so he sits at 52. 59 pitches so far for Kindred's Erdman. As Hockert misses on the outside corner, Hendrickson tries to pull it back about 6 inches but can't fool the crew chief, and it's 1-0. That one chopped towards third, and it is fair. Throw across the diamond, picked by Trey King. Look what I found. He turns his head, and he finds it in his mitt. It'll work. Rylan Flack, good job getting that ball before it could bounce foul. Throws it over to the diamond to Trey King, and he scoops it. So 2 down. So far for Carter Hockert, 3 2/3, 1 hit, 2 walks, 5 punch-outs, and he'll miss high. 1-0. Stone at the plate for Kindred. And that one popped out of play, straight back over the press row. Count is 1-1. Wahpeton looking to get some good length out of Hockert in this one. If they can get back-to-back starts from their pitchers, back-to-back quality starts, that'd be excellent. Last time they did that was against Devils Lake. They lost both of those games. But today, right now, they're in line for another win, 2-0, midway through this ball game. Fouled back into the netting, 1-2. 65 pitches, for Carter Hockert on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And he gets his 6th strikeout, but Hendrickson's going to have to chase it down and make a throw to first, and the runner's going to beat it out. That pitch was so filthy that Hendrickson couldn't handle it, and you can't blame him. It bounced in front of the plate. So it'll be strikeout number 6 for Hockert, but Stone will reach first as it skips away from Hendrickson. He'd have to have about a 25-inch mitt to snare that one. That was a nasty pitch that dropped off the face of the earth. Kindred trying to take advantage of the break. That one skied up behind the plate, and it's going to carry out a play. Great baseball today. We had a game this morning that Seward, Nebraska won 2-1. And then we had a 1-0 game, Wahpeton over Mandan. Hockert checks first base, nothing doing. Hockert comes set, 0-1 count, 2 down. Buries that one outside. Hendrickson saves a base there. Does his best hockey goalie impersonation. Little kick save by Aiden Hendrickson. As Hockert comes set, takes a peek to first. Slide step home, misses high. And that's been the thing with Hockert. When he has run into trouble, it's been the walks, and today he's been pretty good with command, but he does fall behind here. Inside for a strike, and Hess had wanted nothing to do with that. He handcuffed him right on the inner black, and we got deuces wild on the scoreboard. Hockert fires, swing and a miss, and how about that snag by Aiden Hendrickson? Slides over, backhands it just inches off the turf, and a strikeout will end the inning. Wahpeton holds a 2-0 lead on your CFI scoreboard, representing Auto owners as we head into the 5th inning. Post 20 in the driver's seat against East Region rival Kindred on their home diamond, the Essentia Health Legion Baseball Tournament.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Eggeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
Four innings complete, and we got another great pitchers battle here between Erdman and Hockert. Hockert has fired 4 shutout frames, and Erdman will take the bump here for Kindred. 4 complete, 1 hit, 2 walks, 2 Ks, 2 runs, both of them unearned. A pair of Kindred errors on the infield grass, and Wahpeton taking advantage of it. Hendrickson coming to the plate after that fantastic snag on strike 3. And umpire not quite ready yet, so Erdman's going to have to step back on the rubber. First pitch of the inning on the way. Long leg kick from Erdman, and a beautiful pitch knee-high inside corner. 0-1. Erdman's been very good in this one. He's just got to keep those errors in the way back of his memory and keep doing what he's doing. Misses at the letters there. Hendrickson watches that one all the way into the mitt. 1-1. On the way to Hendrickson, and that one low. Could have tied his shoes, ankle high, 2-1. He's using the pink and blue fluorescent tank, hoping to hit a tank here for Wahpeton. Instead, he'll get underneath it, skies it to the second baseman. He'll call it and reel it in. Hendrickson down on 4 pitches. Ball caught by Andy Traum. So Traum making his presence felt on defense, although he's being hit for in the lineup. He had that tremendous double play, and on that time he took charge. And you don't always see the second baseman take charge. Sometimes you'll see the first baseman or the shortstop take command, or even the pitcher, but he wanted that fly ball right off the barrel. That brings up Trey King as we're back to the top of the order for Wahpeton. King looking for his first hit of the ball game. Both teams with 1 hit as King gets way underneath that. Pops it behind the plate, giving chase is Hess, and it's going to land on top of the concourse here and scare a whole lot of people in Kindred. So we got a 1-1 count with 1 out. Trey King at the plate representing the top of the Wahpeton lineup. Erdman into the windup. Doesn't get much spin on that off-speed pitch, and it rides high the whole way, 2-1. Game is streaming live, folks, in HD on KBMW News Live YouTube. Come on over and join us. As that pitch sails high again, 3-1. Trey King can look for a fastball in his wheelhouse. King, very calm batting stance as the pitch comes across at the knees, and he'll look for something a little bit higher here on the full count. Carter Hockert waiting on deck. Full count, payoff pitch, Erdman stares over his glove, into the windup. Delivery, straight over the top. Fouled back. 62 pitches for Erdman. Despite a pair of errors, he would even have a better pitch count if not for those, but he has been... Or Kindred. Into the windup, 3-2 count. And he gets them to chase the high fastball, changes levels. That's what good pitchers do. Change the eye level. King wasn't ready for the heat. He snuck up on him, and we have 2 outs. Kindred on the season, 12-12. Wahpeton at 10-13. But the difference is Kindred has a handful of East Region wins, including 2 over Wahpeton. Wahpeton has just 1 East Region win. Hocker takes that one for a strike. Outside fastball. Not a lot of movement on the fastball. Looks like a traditional 4-seamer to me. Good enough for a strikeout of King, and an 0-1 count here on Hockert. Goes right back to the outside pitch, and Hockert can't quite reach it as he taps it foul over the netting, left side. 0-2, 2 outs. Erdman looking to make it back-to-back scoreless frames. Erdman curveball comes across at the chest, but Hockert's going to get rung up anyways. Strike 3. Wahpeton goes scoreless. Scoreless in the first, 2 runs in the second. Back-to-back scoreless frames for Erdman, and Wahpeton clinging to a 2-0 lead here as we head to bottom 5 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And the stream has glitched out again, so we're going to get that fixed for you. And 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll start streaming this. All right, we'll be back in 60 seconds on B92.7 FM. The radio side, so we'll stay live regardless here as I Kindred. Chopped up the middle, fielded. Held off, it's not. It goes through the 5-hole. We're going to get a throw home, and it's off the mark. So that will allow 19 seconds. Let's drive him in, Dylan.
Dessert, good block for the catcher, going to keep Aiden high.
All right, we're back here, KBMW News Live YouTube. That one's hit through the hole at third base, and it's going to score another run for Kindred. A few technical issues here today in Kindred on KBMW News Live YouTube that we're working through. Off and on with the audio and the video. But for now, we're back. Kindred's up 5-2, so all you missed is a few Wahpeton errors, 3 of them to be exact, and some Kindred hits. The Vikings have stormed back from a 2-0 deficit. They now lead 5-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. And they appeal third base. Thought maybe the runner missed the bag. They're going to appeal and say that he touched the bag. So Wahpeton looking to get the first out any way they can. They're not going to catch a break from the crew here. Baumgarten at the plate, top of the order for Kindred. They've scored 5 runs in the last 2 innings. Squares around a bunt, pulls back, pitches up in the zone, 1-0. Hockert's next pitch will be 100. No help from his defense tonight in this one. Has really extended that pitch count along with a few walks and hit batters. Decent outing, 3 earned runs, 5 innings, 7 Ks for Hockert. Erdman squares around a bunt again. This one's foul. The count is now 1-1, and if you want to go back and watch game 1 that had no technical issues on the stream, Wahpeton pulled out a 1-0 win. If you wish, you can fast forward to the 6th inning. Hayek with a double, Pinson out with a game-winning RBI single, and Ryland Flack came out to finish off the complete game by striking out the side in the 7th. Nobody out, 2 on for Kindred here in the 6th, 5-2 lead. Erdman squares around a bunt. He'll take a strike on the outside corner, well placed by Hockert. Pitch 101, makes it a 1-2 count. One-two from Hockert, up in the zone, 2-2. Sunset starting to peek through the haze and light up the left side of the infield here in Kindred. Beautiful night for baseball as Hockert just misses a strikeout pitch on the inside corner and the count is full. Full count pitch outside, bases loaded, and Chris Kappas contemplating a pitching change here, and he will head out for a Minn Kota Ag Products mound visit. So that'll be the end of the line for Carter Hockert. 104 pitches. Hockert goes 5 innings, 4 walks, 4 hits, 5 runs, only 3 of them earned. He did have 7 strikeouts, 3 Wahpeton errors, and Kindred has taken a 5-2 lead here on your CFI scoreboard. After this mound visit and pitching change, we'll be back here. Nobody out, bases juiced for Kindred. Bottom 6 in Kindred.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
What if you could store heat during off-peak hours when electric prices are lowest and use it when you need it? With a heat storage system, you can. Underfloor systems and other options heat your whole home or individual rooms so you can stay comfortable and save. Plus, they're at least 100% efficient, so no energy or dollars are wasted. With Otter Tail Power Company rebates, now's the time to see how you can store, heat, and save. Go to otpco.com/heat storage to get started.
You want what you want. At Quality Toyota, we totally understand that we aren't going to talk you into a car you don't want. Instead, we're here to help you find the car, the color, the options, and the style that you do want. All with a simple, easy, and stress-free approach, because the price listed online or in every windshield is the only price. That way, we can concentrate on getting you the right car. Quality Toyota, West Lincoln Avenue in Fergus Falls. QualityToyota.net. Let's go places.
Riley Jones, the righty, comes on in relief. His first pitch of the inning is hit right back at him. It'll get through and bounce off the second baseman's chest as that one hits Hockert right in the sternum. He's got to play at third, but the throw is late, and that one hurt a little bit. Might have hit him in the mouth, actually, as he's touching his teeth with his vest. Ouch, and that's going to be a hit. Hard hit ball that got past Jones on the mound, and it took a nasty hop right into the mouth of Carter Hockert. So just like that, post 117 is up 7-2. Those runs will go on the line of Carter Hockert, who started off with 4 straight scoreless innings. Great start to the ball game. I'm not sure what's going on here. Looks like the home plate umpire has made his way over to the Kindred dugout, and he's getting a plastic bag of something, a Band-Aid, and maybe that's for Carter Hockert's mouth at second base. We'll figure out what's going on here. A little bit of an injury timeout. Maybe it's for the umpire himself. I don't know. But the game's pretty much humming along today as we started this game off at 6. It was supposed to start at 7. First game for Wahpeton against Mandan was supposed to start at 4:30. It started at 3:50. So it's been a nice, smooth tournament here in Kindred. But Wahpeton not so smooth in the 5th and 6th as they've given up all 7 runs, and they trail 7-2 on your Carlson Family Insurance scoreboard. But Wahpeton's got to feel good after getting beat 12-7 and 10-0 against Kindred right here earlier this season, actually July 1st. To be leading 2-0 through 4 innings. Just, unable to hang on to that lead, and now they're down to their final 3 outs, and they still got to get some outs, get 3 outs in this inning, as Kindred's got a runner on third with nobody down. So, home plate umpire will come back to the plate, and we'll get back underway here. It'll be the catcher, Hess, with runners on the corners, nobody out. Graham Hess facing Riley Jones. First pitch Jones threw this inning was lined to second base off the face of Hockert. Jones comes set in the stretch. He'll go to first again for the second time. Nothing doing. Already trailing by 5, you'd probably think that Wahpeton will throw through if the runner steals and try to just nab it out here with none down. Runner does go, and the pitch gets away from Hendrickson. So a wild pitch is going to lead to another run, and Jones is hurt as the runner slides into him. Hard contact, no malicious contact as he got down, but nowhere for the runner to go, and he comes barreling into Jones, and it looks like he has badly hurt his wrist. So we'll take a quick break here. He's writhing in pain, and this might be serious, folks. We'll be back after they tend to Riley Jones at the plate on B92.7.
Minn Kota Egg Products proudly supports the communities we serve by sponsoring the broadcast of this high school sporting event. When a team takes the field, there is nothing like experience you can count on to produce a winning season. Minn Kota has that experienced team, supported by the latest technology, products, equipment, and information to deliver a winning game plan for your farm. Contact our locations in Breckenridge, Barney, Kent, Wyndmere, Wahpeton, and Colfax. Let our team lead you to a successful farming season.
North Dakota State College of Science is powered by the strong local connections we have with employers, business partners, program advisors, and local business leaders. We're proud to call Wahpeton home. Find out more about how you or your business can support NDSCS by visiting ndscs.edu. That's ndscs.edu.
Getting you back to what you love. We are Optimum Rehab. For over a decade, Dr. Tony Egeman has provided physical therapy services for the people of Wahpeton, Breckenridge, and surrounding communities. We're a small practice that sees our patients as individuals. Through hands-on techniques, our patients have their treatment plans tailored to their exact needs. Sprains, sore muscles, back pain, achy joints, rehab following surgery, you name it. Optimum Rehab is your answer. When you need exceptional physical therapy, you need Optimum Rehab.
So Riley Jones exits the game after he covers home plate on a wild pitch. He actually did a really nice job catching the throw from the backstop Hendrickson and actually applied the tag. It was right on the plate, and the runner, it was either his cleat or his knees came barreling in and just smashed Jones in the wrist on his throwing hand. So he gets taken out of the game off the pitcher's mound, and Braden Steffens comes in from center field. He'll try to finish out the rest of the sixth inning as Wahpeton has given up 4 runs and yet to secure an out. It's 8-2 Kindred on B92.7 FM, your CFI scoreboard. Wahpeton had a 2-0 lead through 4. Kindred has tacked on 4 runs in the 5th and the 6th inning to make it 8-2. Just 4 hits for Kindred. The problem for Wahpeton, they have just 1, as they have had 3 hits against Mandan in the 1-0 lead. They had no hits against Seward, just a couple hits against Watertown in that loss. It has been tough. They had 1 hit against Devils Lake and 3 hits in the nightcap against Devils Lake. So it's been a while since Wahpeton's had a 4-hit game. It's been about 5 or 6 games. So they're going to need to get that figured out on offense. But the outings from the pitchers not too bad today. Think about Carter Hockert. He strikes out 7 across 5 innings, gives up 3 earned runs. Ryland Flack throws a complete game shutout. Against Devils Lake, Hockert and Flack were absolutely dynamite with no run support. So the pitching is coming around for Wahpeton. The batting is ice cold. And Chris Kappas will try to get both things in synchronization by the time they hit East Region. So back in action with Braden Steffens on the mound here, bottom 6. He'll hit the inside corner against the catcher Hess for strike. 1-1. Steffens just trying to stay in the strike zone. And he'll get a pop fly. Once again, it's Trey King at first base, drifting over towards the Kindred dugout, and it's going to get out of play. Both him and Hendrickson converge on that foul ball, but it sails out by a couple feet. Graham Hess, a 1-2 count. Runner on third base for Kindred. And it is an 8-run rule after 5, so if Kindred can somehow score 2 this inning yet, and they have nobody out, that would end the ball game. Steffens gets a strikeout on a pitch that looked to be about 6 inches outside. Wahpeton will take it. 1 down. Sometimes the innings get longer and the strike zones get bigger. Just an observation. Lefty taps it over to first base. It's going to be a foul ball as it gets through the webbing on King, but luckily just barely stays on the inside, on the outside of the first base line. As Knight, the batter. And Erdman has done a great job on the mound today for Kindred. He's in line for the win. Just 79 pitches for him ahead of the 7th. And that one hit hard by Knight to center field, drifting back. And it's going to be all the way to the fence, dead center, 348. That's going to drive in the 9th run of the game for Kindred, 5th of the inning, and it's 9-2 post 117 on your CFI scoreboard. Kylan Swenson scores. Knight with a booming shot to deep center field right in front of the flag. That'll bring up Gronwald. Winning run at second base. Mercy rule is 8 in this tournament through 5. Gronwald takes one above the belt buckle, 1-0 from Steffens. Strike followed by a sweeper off the plate, and the count is now 2-1. 2-1 on the way from Steffens, right down Broadway, 2-2. Gronwald can't pull the trigger on a fastball down the heart. 1 down. Gronwald trying to move the runner 90 feet closer. Swing and a miss, and Steffens dials up a strikeout, much needed for Wahpeton, as it has been a long inning for post 20. 2 down. Dylan Stone, the designated hitter, steps into the box. The righty will face the righty Steffens. Game-winning run on second base. He'll check his swing and watch a strike go over the plate, 0-1. Steffens working out of the stretch. And his curveball nearly hits the batter. Count evens up at 1-1. If you're just tuning in, folks, we got an hour ahead of time here in the tournament as things moved along today, and game's almost over. The 1-1 clips the belt. 1-2, Steffens looking to make it back-to-back punch-outs. A little silver lining here for Wahpeton, if he can help him get out here in relief. Bullpen let up 6 runs against Watertown. We'll see if Steffens can buck the trend. Ground ball to third base, off Hayek's glove. Off a Flack's glove in the air, fielded by Hayek at shortstop, but no play. So an E5 will extend the inning and move the clinching run to third base. Wahpeton's 5th error of the contest. That'll bring up Sawyer Hesse. Sawyer Hess, excuse me. And he'll take strike 1. He's got one of the best walk-up songs today, Alice in Chains, Rooster. Gets 10 bonus points for that, and he's got a chance to end the game here early with a single. He'll take a fastball high and out. Count is 1-1. Curveball comes all the way back over, and I think he got bailed out on that one. He almost leaned into it with his noggin, but it's going to be a ball off the plate. 1. That one may very well have found the strike zone. Right back to the inner half, this time fastball 2-2. Deuce is wild on the scoreboard. Steffens trying to bring Wahpeton back to the plate, trailing 9-2. And he will get his second strikeout out of the bullpen. Closes out the inning, but Kindred, a long inning. They tack on 5 more. They answered a 2-0 deficit by scoring 9 runs in the 5th and 6th. And Wahpeton coming up for their final stand here in the 7th inning, trailing 9-2 on B92.7 FM.
The Realty can help relieve some of that stress with a simple formula of integrity, trust, and most importantly, experience. Their talented team is made up of Guy, Shelley,